And so it begins. Another day in Night City. There's many discoveries still yet to be made. But for now, Hearth and Home, what we hear from time to time, has a different meaning in the dark future. Anyway, welcome back to Cyberpunk Red, Black Spark. All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Cyberpunk Red, where you don't own anything. You still pay for it anyway. And hey, I mean, I guess in our timeline, our government hasn't collapsed yet. So, with that in mind, we've already done introductions of all the players via the credits. And, well, you guys had a very lucky run on your first heist. So, with that, you got some, Group HQ IP in your pockets. And, well, you guys realize maybe trying to do operations out of your own houses might not be the most suitable options. Now, just to clarify, to all my viewers that are down there in Chile right now, please be safe. Joker, Joker, I think you're also from there. I think you've stated that out loud. Please, all y'all down there, please be safe. And of course, Kaiser will be on his way in soon. So, with that in mind, folks, Devil Dude will be taking the day to really just sift through the the tons of information that you've gotten to see if you can find like some cleaner leads. And, well, you guys got a few days till the end of the month to maybe figure out like what your new housing situation might be. And I think on that note, let's go ahead and get on down to the street. All right, and let me also pipe in Spotify to all y'all here, if you so want to listen to Spotify. But we are going to pan in on Oni.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've got some very ambitious plans about this.
Yes. Oni
So
absolutely does.
what is going through your mind over this whole thing?
Well, first and foremost, she knows that rent is going to be due very, very soon. And she also knows that her situation has kind of changed since this all began. She was just sort of like the fixer, and this was just one of her many groups, but now she's actually feeling like part of the group. So, as I've mentioned before, Oni-chan is very protective of things that she feels that are hers. And now that she feels that this group is kind of like her group, she wants to be sure that they're also protected.
Right.
So she is looking into, like I mentioned elsewhere, she's actually looking to see some real estate, maybe a con app or something like that she can turn into a headquarters, and that people who want to put their funds towards it can, we'll all put our funds together, and then other people can come in when they need to and crash and so on, and we can turn it into a full headquarters kind of thing. She does know, because she's been informed, but she would know in World that there aren't as many as there would normally be in, like, a regular Cyberpunk Red game, because we're still on that edge where things are still being rebuilt.
But if you could for a moment, just above table, just to clarify, in the year 2041, this is when Mega Building 1 starts construction. So we really don't have a lot of like super nice buildings. It's mainly the corporate buildings that have been getting the special treatment first. And then again, even penthouses are far and few between, or even upscale con apps for the matter.
But that's that. Yeah, exactly. So, but from her perspective, that's like, well, I sense an opportunity in that. Like we might be able to pick up like some sort of fixer upper or something like that, especially since we got the metaphysically talking about the headquarter points. Basically just in her mind, that's like resources and friends and so on and contacts for setting something like that up. So she is going to try, and she's already sort of sent out some of her thoughts to the rest of the crew. to see how many would be actively interested in, because she doesn't want to. Again, while she does want to protect her people, in her mind, she recognizes that they all have their own things going on and so on. So she doesn't want to railroad anyone into this. But she is talking up about the fact that they could get if they can find a locale. She knows that, again, with the resources, the headquarter points and all that, we could get something really nice for almost the entire crew for really cheap. And since rent's almost due, that would be nice.
And to understand, like, HQ IP, the way it's kind of represented, like it's like physically represented, is like resources that you might have to pull on to, make certain things happen. Sometimes it's just raw cash that is put away alongside here that the party just can't touch. That's just kind of what HQ IP looks like. Maybe it's materials, other stuff like that.
I figure some of it is like, her connection now that she has somewhat of a connection with like Rex and with Molly and so on.
Yeah.
That she's sort of like, she's slowly making a name for herself in the Fixers, because she just now spent the IP point. She is now a Fixer level 5.
All right.
So yeah.
So if you are looking for a place to... Oh, you guys don't exist on this screen for some reason. Oh, there y'all are. You're all small. So anyway, there we go. Yeah. So you got... So go ahead and give me, Actually, somewhere amongst your contacts here, give me a streetwise check. All right.
Okay.
Kind of thumbing through your contacts.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me pull up my character. Doop. Okay, and she is obviously going to do this high.
Oh,
well, not high, but
I see Kaiser showed up in the server.
She's going to drink herself a smash. As she's doing it, they last 4 or 5 hours, so that's enough.
Yeah,
I figured that's enough to be doing some wheeling and dealing. Okay, so streetwise, you say?
Uh-huh.
Let's see how we do. And she's actually going to put a couple of luck points on this, because this is important for her.
Oh, all right, okay. So with that 25, amongst your list of contacts, and even through Rex, there is a real estate group that happens to have taken advantage of when the Fourth Corporate War happened and when the bomb happened to really buy up a bunch of cheap land and start, putting up properties on it. And they've got places all across the city. This place is known as Scott Brown Real Estate.
Okay.
So if you are looking for, where you yourself might not be able to find places on your own because of like how much that dollar value is, these guys might be able to help you.
All right, is this the sort of thing that we can do over the phone? Do I need to do a meeting or something?
I mean, you could call them to get a day going here. Yeah. Okay, then that's she will ring them up. Basically. Scott Brown Real Estate. If you got business, great. If not, get the fuck out. What can I do for you?
Well, all I have is business, so I think this is going to be great.
Fantastic. What can I do for you?
I am looking for some real estate, my man. I am looking for some space, some good space.
Everyone's looking for space. What kind of space are you looking for?
I am looking for, let's see, how would she put this?
Look, I don't care what you're using the space for. What are you using it for?
What am I using it for? I'm using it for both housing and for a crew.
What? So you guys setting up a little clubhouse or something, like club? Some shit?
I don't care what you're using it for, but tell me what you're using it for.
Just that way I can kind of get an idea of what we're looking. Okay, so you need some big space. Okay.
Right. I got a lot of good people that I want to keep relatively safe, but they're also all very skillful people. So if it comes down to it, and
Edge
there's a little bit of
runners,
danger
okay.
involved, we can handle ourselves.
Look, we here at Scott Brown know how to find things that meet your needs. So, I mean, fuck, we even also handle corporate housing as well. Let me get one of my agents set up for you, and you guys will go out and go meet him. Where might be a good spot to maybe start you guys off on? Is there a certain neighborhood you guys want to start at, or just anywhere across the city?
Okay, now this is something I have previously asked everyone in the crew. So, did we come to a consensus on that, or was there no caring?
Irok does not care either way. Like, he's partial to, like, the Glen, South Nice City border, but he doesn't care where he is, really.
Yeah, Maeve would prefer to be around South Night City.
Okay.
Hyperdrive doesn't much care at all.
Okay, then yeah, South Night City, in that area, possibly the Glen, just depending, because maybe you've got like family in the area too.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah.
All right, so the Glen or South Night City. Okay, so we're looking all across the board. How big of a space are we thinking? How many bedrooms are we needing? How many bathrooms are we needing?
she describes a con app, which I believe are like 4 bedroom. There are 2 bedrooms, a master bedroom. Each of the bedrooms have their own bath. The master bedroom has a bath. It has 2 living rooms and a few other things, anonymity, and a garage that holds up to 3 vehicles, including you can get like a little air pad too. That is where I'm looking at.
Yeah, I understand there's upscale con apps. We could probably find one of those in the Glen if you're interested. Those are a bit costly to rent per month. However, we might happen to also have some spaces across South Night City that might be a little bit cheaper. Possibly. I mean, it might be 2 beds, and then, you know, if you guys rent out more of the space, you can probably knock in some walls. If anything, as long as you don't knock the building down, I really don't give a shit what you do. But if you guys are edge runners looking to set up some space, I understand you guys are in a lucrative business, so I'm willing to do business with you. So you guys are going to be meeting. One of my agents. His name's Kirby. Is there a place that you guys like tend to congregate? Because Kirby will come to you guys if need be.
Where did we go for that first meeting with the lady that we helped her out with her the sort of the old folks home kind of situation?
Old folks home situation.
Yeah, there were veterans over there, and we
The Forlorn Hope. Look, I don't know about the Hope though. Maybe somewhere a little less. Because I understand the Forlorn Hope. That's very much more like older retired solos, military vets. It's kind of one of those kinds of bars, especially at this hour in the morning. Probably not open for business.
Okay. Pick a spot that you think would be good for us.
Above table, there was that restaurant or bar place that we did the
Luann's Diner. Yeah.
Right?
Luann's Diner. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Luann's Diner.
Okay. All right. I'll send Kirby out to go meet you guys, and then hopefully you guys can find a place. And also, if you guys happen to come across some trouble, help my guy out with anything, there might be a little bit of a payday in it for you guys as well.
I'm always looking for a payday.
With that, phone hangs up. So now what?
I'm starting to call everybody up. I will start out with our lovely executive, because a little bit of suit, a little bit of class, and then I'm checking to see who all wants to come to deal with this or to look into this.
Get the fuck. So calling Michael then. Also, hello, Kaiser. Welcome back.
Look,
So, Kaiser, once again, your agent's ringing at this fucking hour in the morning after the bit of a night you had last night.
yep, hello.
Hey, this is Ani-chan. Your favorite. More than worth waking up for.
What can I do for you, Oni?
Well, I may have a lead on a little bit of real estate for us. Sort of a safe house, a bunker, if you will, that we can strike out from and return to, and so on. A little safer than us all returning back to our own homes and opening ourselves up to all kinds of calamity when nobody's around to give a hand.
Sure. You know I live in a gated community, right?
I know your situation, but we have a bunch of people who don't have your situation.
That's fair. What do you need me for then on this situation?
A little bit of clash, a little bit of class, a little bit of flash,
All right.
and probably some business acumen. You know,
All right.
make my stuff up on the fly.
I'll be there.
Sounds good. And
What time?
I give them the time.
Michael goes back to sleep. Hangs up and goes back to sleep.
All right, and then we'll go ahead and I'm just calling everybody basically to see if they're interested in being part of this negotiation or if they just want to come in later.
Sure,
Yep.
I'll be there.
So Irok picks up after 2 rings, as per usual. What can I do for you?
I have a lead on a place that we could use both for a little bit of shut-eye when we need it, a little bit of rest and relaxation, but also a place that we can bunker up and maybe harden in case we get attacked. I've been around enough to know that sometimes when we split up and your crew goes off to their own places, that's usually when they're at their weakest, and that's usually when they get hit. So I'd like to avoid that if possible. You know how I am about my thing.
Correct. I am not opposed to this idea, just know that my existence brings a bit of danger to those around me. As long as you're okay with that, then I have no objection to giving you a hand.
You wouldn't be on my list if you didn't bring danger.
Understood. I will be there.
All right.
Oh, also, it's not so much everyone has to live here. It's just you don't have to drag the shit home with you.
Yeah. Hey, are we still looking at? Because I've already done the calculations from what's on there. Are they different because of the different time period? Or are they the same as what I've got?
Still gonna be the same, and oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I do not want best viewers at whatever website you're trying to offer me. Please, screw off.
You got in there way ahead of me. I was gonna get it.
For any of the crew that wasn't there when I was typing some of this up, if we get a upscale con app, which is what I'm looking at, and 3 of us just live there, or make that as like a second home, that's only $833 a month for a lot of space and a lot of really cool amenities. If 4 of us live there, which perfectly doable, there's a master bedroom. Like I said, there's 2 extra living rooms. That's $625 a month, and if 5 of us live there, that's $500 apiece. And it's like we get a garage for 3 vehicles. We have 3 bathrooms. We'll have a kitchen. We'll have it's basically it's everything. It's moving on up plus up again.
Yeah, sure. I also wouldn't put it past our wonderful GM if they have some creative ideas that they might expose us to on our real estate adventure. So,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm more than happy to look at all the options that we've got going on.
I suppose hyperdrive also picks up the phone.
Yeah.
It's silent for a couple seconds, but you can like clearly hear like the bustle of people, and it's just hyperdrive the courier. You want it? I'll run it. Hyperdrive speaking.
This is Ani-chan, your favorite fixer. We have a opportunity, I believe, to get a little bit of real estate, maybe a nice little home away from home for some of us, or an actual home for others. A place that we can put all of our shit and make sure no one gets any of it. And I'm talking cream real estate. I'm talking choice for cheap. So, are you in?
I mean, yeah. I mean, sign right there, please. Yeah, just there. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. Sorry. What was that? Oh yeah. I'm good with that. What do you want me to meet about that?
I am meeting to talk with the real estate agent, and I tell them the address and the time. You don't have to be there if you don't want to be there, but it's up to you on whether or not you want to take a look at this guy and be there for the initial conversation.
I mean, if I'm gonna be living there, I'd like to meet him a bit. You know.
Absolutely. All right. I'll see you there.
It's immediate like hang up.
Yeah. Actually, hyperdrive, you're actually nearby Luann's. You're like already like in the area, so it's just
Hyperdrive's been up for a couple hours running orders for the couriers.
so. As you guys are congregating here at Luann's, you guys find appears to be a young man in like a cheap, like really it sticks out. It's a very bright green, like blazer and slacks, and you notice he's got a Nova 757 pistol hanging off of his hip. He's just got a little bit of a coffee stain on his shirt. This is Kirby, according to the name badge on his suit jacket.
Yeah,
Right.
Oni, I don't think I'm out flashing that.
we can-
right there.
Yeah, we can get you a coffee stain.
Michael, can I get a business check from you?
Absolutely.
Just see what you know about Scott Brown Real Estate. Scott Brown Real Estate is your landlord.
Excellent.
These are the people that keep your building up and going. And you know that the real estate agents, they carry, and they can be a little unhinged. Apparently, sometime back in the 20s, a very notable event happened where an agent went into a warehouse full of booster gangers and just started fucking shooting. And it kind of got their tagline, "Get the fuck out," as part of their thing. So it's Scott Brown Real Estate, either have business or get the fuck out. You just see him look up, just so you guys must be the new Solos of Fortune that we're looking at. Kirby, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I am Ani-chan, and I basically introduce everyone.
If Kirby is offering his hand out for a handshake, Hyperdrive makes a point to not shake his hand.
You just see him just kind of look just a little put off by it, and like, all right.
Ani-chan will absolutely take his hand.
Yeah, has Mike,
in fact-
that is my realtor, my agents and all that. Has Michael met Kirby along the way?
You have seen Kirby before.
Okay.
He's like, hey, you're part of Baz. Yeah, you guys got quite a few openings going on over there, which actually was kind of one of our first stops. I was thinking of showing you guys, but here, it's there's cups of coffee put up for you guys. So, I've got a few properties in mind. Now, some of them, they might be gang infested. You gotta flush them out. The rent wouldn't be awful. It could be a place to make things work. Imagine you guys look for a little HQ, a little place to store the trove when you're away.
Absolutely.
All right, you know, I because look, you can tell Kirby's a bit of an older man. I mean, I used to be an edge runner, you know, pre-bomb. All right, things were a little bit different back in my day.
Did you take a bullet to the knee?
No, actually, and you just kind of watch him just pop his eye out. Here, they put it back in.
I mean, depending on the game, that's basically a garden for us. So that's basically a resource less than a problem. So keep talking.
So, I understand. I kind of heard some of your stipulations and like what you were kind of looking for, and what you're looking for, like for like one of those real upscale places. I don't really have anything like that available. I'm sorry. That's really hard to come by as the upscale con apps.
Do you have anything that could become something like that, like a
Now,
fixer-upper?
I don't know about like an upscale con app becoming a fixer upper because it's already in a building, but if you're not opposed to going out to Santo Domingo or Rancho Coronado, I understand they're packed. There's, you know, just homeless camp strewn across the streets. It's an absolute urban jungle down there. But I got a few houses that, you know, with you know, a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears, you could possibly make work pretty well. You know, a few 3-bed houses down that way.
Location wise, and I look to everybody else in the crew.
However, if you look at South Night City,
Mm-hmm.
I might have a few places that might meet your space needs. The problem is it's South Night City.
Could we perhaps go and look at them real quick and a viewing, if you will?
Of course. You know what? But I suppose since we're nearby, of course, you know, your guys' Baz representative here. I mean, he knows what the corporate con apps are like. They're not quite as big as the upscale ones, but I mean, it's not bad.
I don't know if it will be enough space.
I
for what
do
we're
have a
looking
question.
for.
The South Night City. What are you implying as far as
It's gang ridden, you know.
Right.
And there's
but like I said,
gang wars, you know, people fucking rioting, beating the shit out of cops beating the shit out of people
I mean,
on the border.
If you got anything in the territory of the zoners, I've got good contacts with them.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, if you're willing to negotiate with some zoners, I've got a place that it's a bunch of 2-bed apartments. It's a 2-bed apartment building, or a 2-bed and studio apartment suite that I've got going on with some garages on it. If you're not opposed to possibly, you know, meeting me halfway here and maybe trying to talk whatever faction of zoners is in there, because they claim to be zoners, but they keep shooting at us anytime we come in to try to, you know, get our building back.
Sounds like we could maybe work out a bit of discount there if you want us to talk to them.
Hold on there, Slick. You might get paid, but we don't do discounts.
I mean, paying us, giving us money off, potato, you know.
It would be, you know, your first month of rent or some shit like, well, you know, part of your first month of rent, if that's what we're implying. But like, we can't just do, you know, a flat monthly rate with a discount.
Okay, quick question. Based on what he is talking about with this area and the zoners, what kind of like living space is that? Is it a 2-bedroom, or is it like where we would take over like an extra bedroom and turn it into a con app? what's the plan on this?
It sounds like
I
a
mean,
few
we-
2 bedrooms that we could turn into one big space.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you basically take two bedrooms and knock out the space between them, kind of thing.
That's what I'm thinking too, but I want to be sure before I make that assumption.
it would be very much you're taking two bedroom places, knocking in some walls. You're gonna pay for the entire space, but you're gonna have a bigger space for HQ.
I mean, we've got an in with the zoners, and if the zoners aren't cooperative, we have other ends with the zoners, I'm afraid. This is sounding pretty good. What does everyone else think?
I mean, also on top of that, not only is it with the zoners, it's also between the Iron Sights and Red Chrome Legion territories, so there is that too.
Perhaps we go check out this property and we will decide.
All right, come on.
Hmm.
With that, he leads you guys out to this van. It appears to be armored.
Down by the river?
No, not down by the river. All right, guys, hop in. I'll be more than happy to take you guys here to this first location. Come check it out. So this place, it's known as it's known as Empire Heights, is what the place is known as.
Is there enough seats for everyone in the van?
Yes, there is. There's enough seats, and with that,
And Ani-chan is welcome to, will happily sit in anybody's lap, so that's no problem.
there's enough seats for everyone.
Hyperdrive would like a seat for herself.
Because
Only chance just like, did I stutter?
because Michael, you also have your driver as well, and it's just as you get into your car, Mike, you just see your driver look back. So what's up with the lime green nutcase with you guys now? Someone else?
No, that's the people who we get the housing from. I didn't think we'd see them again quite in
Yeesh.
this fashion.
Gosh.
You like getting your paycheck, right?
I mean, yeah.
And, sometimes we can't complain.
Okay, but can I at least, state his suit's a bit of a fashion crisis? I mean, look at that
Yeah.
thing. It's fucking
Oh, God, yeah.
walking around like it's a part of traffic safety or something.
We could get you a suit like that. I'd pay for it out of the company coffers.
You
Look
you
pretty
you you put me in a suit like that, and I'll turn my fucking 2 weeks in, and then I'll walk out on the same day.
good. Fair enough.
So with that, you guys are driving in through here, and sure enough, you guys get up to this area, and not too far away, a couple blocks away, you can hear the rattle of gunfire happening. And as soon as you guys get out, you hear a rifle shot, and it just bounce off the car. Like, oh, yep, they're here.
Do we need to
And-
make them disappear?
I think Irok immediately looks to Maeve. I'm going to let you take the lead on this situation, otherwise you know how I handle this type
Yeah,
of...
is that the zoners that are chewing us, or
you-
like the?
You could see
Yeah,
someone. You could see someone with a bright orange coat and an assault rifle, leaning out the window. Just, you're not taking a
There's
building from us, Kirby. You're not doing
do I
it.
There's the rack of a sniper rifle.
Do I recognize them?
Roll me. They don't really have much of a reputation. I guess roll me a D10 to see if you recognize this kid.
Sure.
I roll a d10 to see if I recognize his forehead.
Roll a 9.
Hey, Hyperdrive, go ahead and roll me a D10 to see if maybe you recognize this kid. Because maybe you have no idea who this person is.
Well, maybe the kid recognizes Maeve is the other possibility. because Maeve's got a better.
Yeah, actually,
a rep.
Yeah.
Maeve, what is your reputation?
We have reputation 1.
I mean, you are a zoner, so it might be a little bit more familiar. Oh, okay.
We're just gonna stick her head out the window and say, "Hey, stop shooting us, damn it!"
You're not taking a building from us! It ain't happening!
I can take the shot any
mean-
moment.
Actually, you know what, Maeve? Give me a local give me a local expert check, because aren't you high intelligence as a tech?
Not really.
Or-
Not necessarily, no.
Or give me a local expert. This will be your second chance to see if you might
Okay.
recognize who this kid is. Oh, okay.
As someone who's played a tech, you do not need practically any intelligence.
You all you need is that
You need
technique
tech.
skill.
Well, if you want to use a science to help improve on whatever you're working on, you need intelligence. Especially if you want to be a drug tech, you gotta have that good chemistry. Or a bomb tech.
Hey,
Walter.
yeah,
I mean,
Loomis
I've
really
got,
needed it.
Maeve.
I've got 4 intelligence. It's not a dump stat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Maeve, this kid, after getting a good look at him, this kid, he is simply known as Weasel.
Hey, Weasel!
Who the fuck are you?
It's Maeve, you idiot!
I'll fucking.
I don't know who Maeve is. He probably more likely knows you by your street name.
Okay. Then, if so, she would have given her street name of Firebrand then. Firebrand, damn it!
The fuck you doing with this fat lard? You coming to take our building from us?
No, I'm just looking for a place to set up shop. Figured a place around France would be a good place.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, because I'm really good at that one.
Exactly. That's kind of partially why I made it zoners.
You know what? I'm gonna put 6 luck into this.
Oh my god.
Like all my luck. It's 13.
Wow. Well, in that case, then, if you're really insistent on it, fucking Lime Green down there stays down there. And the rest of you guys can come up here and come talk to the big man about it. You watch as Kirby tries to open his door
Kirby,
again, and he immediately squeezes another one off at the door.
Yeah, you probably want to stay down here, Jim.
But before we go up, real quick,
All I'm saying is 2 shots have been fired at the car hyperdrive is in.
I'm gonna see if he even notices that are you pointing your rifle back at
There's a
him?
fucking sniper rifle pointed at this motherfucker. Tell him,
Wait,
if he
please
fires
don't shoot
another
the kid,
shot,
hyperdrive.
if he fires
Oh.
another shot, I will fire back.
Well, hyperdrive. While you're looking down the scope, you can see he makes eye contact with you, and he starts back. He lowers his rifle. Like you notice his face like slowly lose a couple shades of color.
all right. But before we go up there, Mr. Kirby, you
Hmm.
suggested that we were going to get some pay. Since we don't know if we're going to rent the thing or not, what are you offering for us to basically?
If you could find a way to get them to quit shooting at us, so we can come in and actually do our work, I'll pay each of you $500.
$500, you say?
Easy job.
Okay.
Above table,
I-
easy job.
Yeah. How much of the building does your company own?
Yes, the entire thing.
You own the whole thing. Okay.
Yes, we literally we haven't been able to service anything because that kid keeps shooting at us anytime our crews get out here, and
Let's.
and I mean we've already killed a couple of theirs because they came running at us. So it's kind of one of those things where they need to get the fuck out.
Well, it does. It sounds like a pretty big little deal here. Just saying. They may want to roll their haggle. I don't know if they're a fixer, if they have anything on that. are not. She's being very sly about this too, but oh, thank you.
Fine. 550. That's it.
It's 20%. Is the thing.
So 600.
Fine. 600 for each of you. But remember, that is the only. You only can do that once a day towards someone. So.
Yeah. No, I get that. Pleasure doing business. Let's get this started. Let's go.
Yep. Just stay in the van. Don't poke your head out just in case.
So with-
Firebrand, I believe this is your show. You
Yep.
go first.
Yep, she's walking into the building
You.
absolutely fearlessly.
I would say hyperdrive is probably next in line with an assault rifle, like long at a low ready.
You
Hirok
see.
will take last.
You also happen to see Maeve, one of the people that actually used to live in your area of the cargo village actually happens to be here. She is simply known as Twitchy. She is a cook, but not a food.
Okay.
You just watch.
Okay.
What are you doing down here?
Hey, Twitchy, long time no see.
Hey! Hey! What, the more people flush you out too?
No, just looking for a place to, like, set up the crew, essentially.
I tell you, they keep coming in, and they keep wearing lime green. So, beware of them. Anyway, you want to try some of this? And she lifts up a little baggie. Got this like this really brilliant white powder in it. But she's a little unhinged, you know this, Maeve, but she does make some really good drugs that even the piranhas could stand up to that of the piranhas.
Well, since you're offering, I certainly can't say no.
Have fun. Watch out for the pink elephants.
What'd you call this stuff?
I call it snow.
Okay.
It's Jon Snow. After you do it, you know nothing.
So, you guys, there's a couple of elevator shafts, which would be really nice if they weren't fucking out of service. Like, it's gonna take more than just a little, basic tech to get these things up and going. It's gonna take some time to actually get them up and going. So, you guys start going up.
Stairs it is then.
1 flight of stairs, 2 flights of stairs, 3 flights of stairs, 4 flights of stairs, 6 flights of stairs, 10
So
flights of stairs.
We'll be working on that elevator, right, Maeve?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You finally make it up to
Not a bad walk, honestly.
you finally make it up to the 12th floor. And here you see like zoner markings all over this floor.
3.5 hours later.
Is this the top floor of this particular building?
Yes.
Awesome. That's already a plus in Hirok's book.
And I suppose in this case, for both Oni and Maeve, you're aware that for this specific faction of zoners, like all the zoners are under the same cause to try to get the city to bring not gentrify South Night City, but just give us our damn water, give us our damn electricity. Make our fucking home habitable. These guys are very much like they will shoot at anyone that threaten. Like they're very much on the extreme end of like, give us our water, give us our electricity, leave us the fuck alone. No cops, no corporations. They're they're like borderline booster gang. That sometimes they will even turn on their own on fellow zoners if they get pissed off enough. And they are led by none other. He is simply known as King Worm. Why? Because he's known to crawl into any net space that is available. Nothing is safe from him if it's hidden behind a password.
Fair enough.
I turn to Maeve and say, "Would you still love me if I was a king worm?"
But coming into the room where, because Weasel kind of looks you guys over. All right, guys. Weapons, they stay out here. He's gonna try to persuade. I need a Booster Ganger. Where's Booster Ganger?
Hyperdrive just.
Oh.
Weapons, stay out here.
What is this again? Or is there a thing we can roll against?
You can persuade against him.
Do I do it? Do I attempt it?
So, at that, Maeve just starts pulling out Molotov cocktails.
First things first,
And some more Molotov cocktails.
Ani-chan's gonna do a human perception on him just to see if I can spot a weakness first to sort of help my persuasion. 18.
Weasel seems very loyal to King Worm, so like this he seems pretty solid, but he's very aware that there's only one of him and 5 of you.
Okay.
I think Yarok makes a show of taking the knife out of his out of the sheath and just sets that next to Maeve's pile of bombs.
Yeah, there's a lot of explosives coming out of, like, Maeve's bag.
You see Weasel get very concerned after like the 3rd Molotov cocktail.
That's when the grenades start coming out.
Hyperdrive lets out an annoyed sigh, unslings her assault rifle, sets it down, keeps her pistol hidden under her jacket.
1 second. Okay, so we got that. Confirm. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, look, we're here to establish a home. We're not here to establish enemies. Quite frankly, the better this turns out for all of us, the safer it turns out for all of us, the better it is for you, the better it is for us. I don't think you have to worry about us just like suddenly whipping out our weapons or anything like that. And I mean, look at me. What could I even do? All I got is this, and just like shows off like this stupid little boomerang thing that she kind of waves in such a way so that it looks like a toy, and then puts it back. Come on.
All right, fine. Just no funny business.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So there's like 3 Molotovs and 5 grenades now on the table, and then Maeve closes her bag. It's like, there's better be here when I get back.
You notice
you guys have appropriated my stuff before, and I don't appreciate it.
You see not only Weasel but like one of the other zoners just kind of like it seems to just like just kind of look just I wow looks over at Weasel. Looks at you, Firebrand. Why do you have so many explosives?
Don't ask a girl a question you don't want to know the answer to.
But I do want to know an answer.
I make them.
Yeah, I asked a stupid question. I got a stupid answer. You know what?
That's a good response. It's my brand.
You just see No Name just kind of look at this, just okay. All right, you're on guard duty. I'm gonna go take a piss. As you see him go wander down the stairs.
Hyperdrive makes direct eye contact with Weasel. If my rifle is not in tip-top condition when I come back, next time you peek out of one of those windows, there might be a red dot on your forehead. Okay?
Okay. All right. We don't need to threaten me. All right.
Yeah.
Just doing my job.
Michael.
Darling, it's not a threat, it's a promise.
Yeah.
Go
Michael
ahead.
sets down his assault rifle. I wouldn't worry about her. If my rifle's gone, I'm gonna burn this entire building down with all of you in it.
I mean, we do have all those cocktails, but let's not talk about that because we are here to get a place.
Yep.
So let's go.
Let's talk to Kingworm.
Yes.
And
See a worm.
sure enough, sitting at what looks like a scavenged, like long dining room table down at one end of it. This table is covered in like computer parts and pieces, and just down at the end, you see like treaty fizz, a bag of kibble, and just this bigger guy just fucking chewing on this shit, looking over his parts, just. Whoa. What do you want?
Go ahead.
Basically here to talk you into basically letting that guy in. He's here to work on things around here. Basically get things back up and running.
You see him like stretch to look out the window. No. Not that motherfucker.
I am sure that company has other employees if it's a personal issue.
You fucking wandered in here, started, yelling, "Scott Brown Real Estate, get the fuck out!" and, started shooting at us. Hey, you think I'm just gonna let him mosey on in here?
We could definitely get a kinder, gentler, less aggressive.
Yeah, it's how all of them act towards us. Unhinged.
To be fair, that is that guy's whole shtick. They're like, get the fuck out. That's
To be fair, this is their building.
Well, yeah, and let's put it to you this way: the
It
best way to get
was
treated the
their
way
building.
you deserve to be treated. The best way to get treated the way you deserve is leverage, and we're here to offer some of that leverage.
Mm-hmm.
First off, Corps don't have a place anymore in this part of the city. And second off, it was their building. It is no longer their building. But what possible leverage do you happen to have to offer me?
Well, as it turns out, we're looking for a building. We're looking for a place. Not the whole building, just a nice little room that we can set up a good little headquarters and sort of strike out from. The sort of place that we would then want to take care of, including the entire building, to make sure the building had electricity when it needed it, to make sure the elevators were working when they needed it, to make sure no one's dealing with no plumbing and so on. And to put a force here strong enough that maybe the police just pass on by. Maybe other poser gangs pass on by because they know there's a crew here that will wipe them out if it is required.
That's a lot of nice things to say. Who the fuck are you?
Mani-chan, up-and-coming fixer, friend of both Molly and Rex, you may have heard of. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know your situation.
You see him immediately spit at the sound of Rex.
Well,
King of one block can go fucking hide in whatever ivory warehouse he's in, like preying on people.
I mean, Oni-chan was one of the people who got food to us all here.
it's true. And, you're in a building too. What I'm telling you is we can provide for you and your people.
Right, until you don't want to anymore, and then suddenly you turn on us.
Well, here's the question. If that was going to be a thing, then why not try to take us out right now? In which case, we could have come in here I don't know if you saw the bag of explosives that was dropped by our lovely friend Firebrand here. If that is what we wanted to do, we would have just come in here and just cleared out. We would have just treated you like any other poser gangs. We would have just gone floor by floor, gathered whatever stuff we could get for resources. But we didn't. We came here to talk to you. We didn't come in here blasting and saying, get the hell out of our building. We came here out of respect to set up something that benefits us both. Now, if it comes to a point at some point in the future where it no longer benefits us both, we will deal with that in the future. But this is Night City. How much of a future has anyone got? You get a nice year of, I don't have to worry about everything. That's a win.
What was the name of the guy that basically commandeered my explosives and paid me back and stuff? Like the leader of that group?
That is that's Free Fall.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure Free Fall would be upset if I ended up messing with you guys. I work with him a lot.
Free Fall is a fucking 2-bit netrunner who doesn't know jack shit outside, what little he knows. So, like, I don't know what to tell you. I think you might be barking up the wrong tree here. However, if you think you're really so, jet set on, being in this sort of place, I don't know.
Sir, I can promise you, we have not even begun to bark. At this point in time, I understand your position and your need to basically downgrade anyone who might seem like a threat so that you don't look weak. I get that. I totally do. But can we cut some of that and move on to the negotiation?
I don't know what there is to negotiate about. What I like, how much space is going to be enough space when suddenly, these 4 walls aren't enough. These 4 walls aren't enough. This floor isn't enough.
Well, here's the question again. We didn't come in with guns blazing, and we came in with a real estate agent. We're actually going to be paying for the space. And like I said, we're going to be making the space livable for everyone who's in this area. And I don't know what you're thinking, what kind of operation I'm trying to run. I'm not a corp. I'm a fixer. I'm not looking to turn this into office buildings with a 30-person crew. I have my crew. I have my edge runners. We need our space, but that's it.
He takes a good hard look at Michael, though, in the process.
Hey, this guy's one of the good ones. He's put his life on the line for me. You can see past the corp to see the good guy inside.
I'll be real frank, I don't give a fuck about your building.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of here.
Space. He's got his own space.
Yeah. He's not going to be around here. He's just a Jim helping us out.
Michael.
Yep.
This happens to be nearby a certain cargo park.
Yeah.
And you have very specific information in regards to what's going to happen to this place.
Oh, would this building go too?
Uh-huh.
Here, let me fill you in on a little something. Zaratha is going to come in and demolish this building, and I don't work for them. I honestly hate them a lot. They're a bunch of fucking hacks. But when they come down here, they're going to take this building, a cargo park that's not real far away, and they're just going to take just about everything. Now, you know how corporations can be. Very petty to each other. If you help my friends out, well, maybe the Zaratha thing doesn't happen. Maybe we get a couple people together from one corp to another and deal with them in a friendly manner, if you get my meaning.
You see him look over at you, babe. Is this cat speaking the right language?
Oh yeah, he's on the level. He's already talked to me about blowing up his Rafa place, so
Oh yeah,
he
I've seen.
hates them as much as we do.
I've seen a lot of trucks come passing by here.
I mean, you're welcome to join in on it if you want.
Now, look, that's not my normal way of doing things. I tend to, grab their dirt, then hang it out to dry to the highest bidder, because none of these corps and none of these cops like it when suddenly N54 gets a nice juicy little tidbit of information, or Never Blink News gets something, and then suddenly all their dirty laundry's hung out for a good solid month.
You know what? I think we can all come to a nice little agreement. And here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it my way, the nice business way of you scratch my back, I scratch yours, and everybody's happy.
I mean, that's our way too. It's like favor for favor.
Yeah. So we'll handle
John
this.
kind of like cuts her eyes at Michael.
Oni, I know this is your deal. I got you, but I was gonna talk to you about this, I promise.
Go ahead.
We deal with Zaratha our way. Maybe you give us a little hand dealing with Zaratha your way. If you're out and about on the net, turn off a camera here, change the pin on a door here. And then when it's all said and done and your building isn't destroyed and they're fucking out of here, the rest of this crew comes in, they get to have their space. We can make a nicer agreement so no fucking madman in a lime green catastrophe runs in shooting saying, get the fuck out. And everybody gets a little bit of something more.
Roll me business or trading, your choice. Followed up, Oni-chan, you can also use trading as well.
I'm going to use 2 luck on this just to make sure.
Do you also get to use your haggle on trading things just in general?
No, not in this case, just straight trading.
Okay.
Use luck.
See him lean back in his chair, and you hear just creak. All right. You guys want the space so bad. Looking over at Maeve.
I mean, there'll also be easy access to a techie. If I work with you guys, so
You just see him raise his hands, look at the pile of shit on his table, raise his hands. I mean, I already do that, but thanks.
yeah, it looks great what you've done with the place. She tries to say not sarcastically.
Well, I will also say that, certain fixers who are up and coming are going to be looking to do a night market soon. Just saying.
You guys get the 6th floor. Specifically, there's a couple of apartments that should be available to you. So you're gonna get
over to Oni like very quietly. I would prefer to have the top floor. I do not trust the people in this building.
Well, I will say this. I hit up my agent and just typed this in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree that the top floor would be free. And I am willing to argue for that. However, if it's a safety issue, us being on the very tippy top floor of a booster gang that is incredibly well known for blowing shit up is not necessarily the safety net you think it is. Because they could just say, we don't need a top floor and then go about their business. But no one's going to blow out the middle floor.
Plus, sixth floor, much more likely to survive jumping out of.
That too.
if things get desperate.
That too. The escape. And I say all this, and she's typing all this like really quickly with her thumb click. She's like a star when it comes to this. And I say all this, also thinking 6 flights of stairs is a hell of a lot easier to walk up than 12.
I am not sold, but I will listen for now. And this is like a like hissing whisper, basically.
Okay, so just to be clear, are we still doing a job for them? That was the plan, right? Because if we don't, they're gonna blow up this planet, this area.
I mean, it's not Zarafa. Like the real estate guy is not Zarafa. He's probably gonna be as annoyed with Zarafa as his owners if he learns that they're gonna blow it up.
Yeah, it's just okay. I'll put it to you this way. This is from Ani-chan's perspective. It feels like we're doing 2 gigs, like a gig for the real estate guys for the 600, and now another gig for these guys to be sure that we get the middle floor.
Technically
So-
3.
Because the gig is for Michael.
Yeah, my company is going to pay 1,000 to each person to blow up the Zarafa stuff. That's what he hasn't talked to you about yet.
Oh, cool. I will talk to you about that later, absolutely, and see if I can attach a couple extra 100 per person on it. Anyway, yes, yeah, okay, yeah. I think we have something equitable, but you have to understand, with that comes not shooting the
representatives.
the representatives. Okay, we have to prove that we have made things nice as far as that goes.
So let Scott Brown in here then? Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. If you don't like Scott Brown, I mean, I have no opinions on the guy one way or the other. His hands are kind of cold. I don't have an opinion on them. I just know that is like sort of part of the deal for us, is to allow them to at least say they got the place. And you know what that means? That means now they can negotiate with you. So as opposed to things like us just coming out of the blue and stepping into your place, you'll know when something's about to happen. You can prepare yourself. You'll be ready to go.
Plus, I'm sure they'd be more than willing to negotiate maybe protection force for this place, especially if Zarafa is planning shenanigans.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, fixing the water, fixing the electricity, fixing the elevators. That's how you get a piece of that pie.
Okay. Well, it's fine. I suppose for now. We'll go ahead and let you have 605 at 606. All right. There are a couple of 2-bed apartments. Now there's some things you need to know about this place then. First off, always mind Mama. She lives down on the first floor. She is. I might be, who goes to go punch up to the other zoner leaders, but she is the person that has a grip on this place tighter than anyone else. All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps the food coming in here. She keeps the other resources coming in here. You upset her, you upset the rest of the building. Also, above you, Mr. Stud lives up there. Just
Mr. Stud?
Yes. I mean, is it what? He just goes by Mr. Stud. I don't know what's so big about him.
You never seen any of his videos?
He makes videos.
Maeve, I may have to look into this later.
Anyway.
I have a few pitches.
Whatever. Anyway. Also, on top of that, as far as I'm concerned, should you, should you lay a finger on another zoner in a hostile way, you guys are as good as out of here.
I mean, we won't instigate anything, but we'll defend ourselves if attacked.
Could be a beatable.
Tell you what, we'll defend ourselves, and then we will bring to you whatever evidence we need to prove that it was just.
Yep.
So at least you'll get to have a call in that, and then we can
Look,
both come to you.
I might just be a fucking dweller up here. And oh, by the way, you guys want your own server room, you're gonna have to set that up yourselves. You don't get to use the building server.
That's fine. You should meet a runner at some point. He's a dab hand.
Oh yeah, he'll have the place nice and set up. We're not worried. But yeah,
All right.
like I said, if some sort of altercation happens, we will provide proof that whatever it is, however it is that we end up having to deal with it, you'll be satisfied. And if there's repercussion, restitution that needs to be made, we'll deal with that too.
Weasel, let the Scott Brown agents in. Don't shoot at them. And as for the rest of you guys, of course, you're gonna have to pay rent to the building. Of course.
Yep.
We
weren't expecting anything else.
Great. I'm glad that we could come to such a nice agreement.
Absolutely. I like being friends with lots of people.
You look like the type. Anyway, get out of here, please. I'm in the middle of something important.
Okay.
I do a little thing on the agent this time to Maeve that says this guy is totally going to jack off to a fantasy later. Anyway, I should get residuals for that.
I think-
she just texts back. He doesn't seem the type, especially since he doesn't seem to know Mr. Stud.
You know what? There's personal, and then there's looking out.
Well, there's also that look in this guy's eyes that it's just like I don't need a girlfriend. I need another motherboard. I need another graphics card. I need more RAM.
Okay, so he's more into the hardware than the software. Got it.
I will say this: I am an expert on dealing with geeks. That's my bread and butter. We'll figure it out. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, we got this. Good job, everyone.
So,
Didn't have to kill anyone. I'm so happy.
I know.
And, what?
Well,
So,
the easy part of the job's almost over.
Yeah. Maeve will pack up her multitude of explosives again.
By the way, I'm saying didn't have to kill anyone. She's saying that right in front of Weasel while they're doing stuff and everything.
Weasel is like just as soon as you guys open the door, you see Weasel like jump the fuck away from hyperdrive sniper rifle because it looks like he'd just been kind of looking over it. And just like scramble off down one of the hallways.
Hyperdrive like slings her rifle, and before he runs, she just kind of does a little like finger to her forehead, and gives him a little wink.
So that you guys make your way back down the 12 flights of stairs, and you could see 605 and 606. The doors seem to be somewhat intact, but you make your way down to see Kirby finally getting out of the van without getting shot at.
Before we get to him, Irok's gonna look to the group. Maeve, I understand this is someone on the fringes of your guild, but I do not trust this type of individual. He seems a bit more unhinged than some of the members that I've seen you converse with.
That guy? No, he's he's not that unhinged compared to some of them.
Yeah, Maeve, like King Worm. He might be a lot of big talk, but he's nothing compared to some of the firefighters.
Yeah.
Understand, but if an altercation happens, I'm sure we can work this out with your situation.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry.
This would not cause any big problems for you, I mean,
No.
if we need to remove them from our living situation.
No,
Yeah.
I'll have a word with the higher ups if anything needs to happen.
I think we'll be fine.
Good
Yeah.
to know. I would like to see the Green Man's other options, but this does seem barely passable in my book. The security risks are a little bit higher than I would like.
Honestly, given. Excuse me.
I mean,
So-
they're my
You
people.
mean-
Like they're not gonna like do anything against us.
Here's the thing, though, to consider about the security risks. We have a gang here in front of us, which means that if somebody's going to come in sneaking, they have to deal with that gang. If somebody comes in gunning, they have to deal with that gang. They're basically human shields in a way.
If someone
To be honest, I'd
off
rather
that,
have a
then what
gang that I
happened?
know watching my back than
Yeah.
a bunch of prissy civvies.
Understood.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah,
I would
and-
like
and-
to see if they have any
and-
other options, just to
Mm.
before we make our final purchases.
I got you.
I do.
There may be more work in it involved as well.
Yes,
He has other
hyperdrive.
properties that need cleaned up.
I do like the idea of a gang watching our back, but what if someone, drops a couple hundred eddies and says, "Let us buy"? Can't really do much then, can we?
We
I
have to
mean-
make it worth. We have to make it so that a couple of hundred eddies is not worth their lives. Which I,
mean,
think all of
it's-
us can do.
No matter whether it's a gang or like not a gang, a couple hundred eddies will probably buy off most people.
God, you guys sell for cheap. More
I mean,
fix that
I-
about
Some
you.
of us have,
I mean, I don't, but a
some of
lot
us
of
have
people do.
family in need of care for. It makes it easy.
Yeah. No.
mean-
Yeah,
You
I-
do say that, Oni, but we were prepared to potentially remove them in an aggressive manner if they were not willing to negotiate for only 600 eddies apiece.
well, yeah, but also 600 eddies plus all of their gear and anything else that we found up here.
Correct. I have
Well-
some very nice gear.
Well, this is while you guys are having this, you see a rather handsome zoner come up. For those of you guys who may recognize, if you guys are into that thing, it is Mr. Stud. Plus 12, this crowd of 12 varying folks behind him. Local expert or streetwise check. See if anyone knows anything about one of your possible neighbors.
Irok has good streetwise, but I don't think he would have any reason to check this
Understandable.
out.
Same with hyperdrive.
Ani Chen would absolutely know, but it's just how much she knows.
Maeve don't know shit. I mean, she's definitely seen a couple of the BDs, but
That would give you a little bit of a bonus there. So between the lot of you, Mr. Stud's quote unquote workspace takes up an entire floor. It is simply known as the lair. As you guys pass the 7th floor, sure enough, spray painted on the floor, the lair. And all across the walls, it's kind of got that 1960s art style to it a little bit. But Mr. Stud is known to also is part of a 13-person polycule. Yeah. So yeah.
Ani Chan's not going to make direct contact, but she is going to sort of show out as she's walking by, just, basic persuasion, just to see if maybe any of them sort of catch wind of, what she's got going on.
The fuck?
If I roll really low, then that means I'm thinking of other things. Oh, nope.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them does make eye contact with you in the mix, but you guys finally get down. You see Kirby getting out of the bench. Well, they gotta get the fuck out.
No, they're willing to talk at least.
Doc.
This wasn't to get the fuck out. This was to be able to get your people in. How you negotiate after that, that's on you guys.
You know what?
And we got our place set up.
Also, we do have word that Zarafa planning to blow this place up. So
Zarafa never
they-
bought the land from us.
yeah, they're just gonna blow it up instead.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm sure these people would be quite happy to provide security if you let them stay.
I mean, I guess in that. Well, then again, it's Zarafa though. Zarafa's kind of big, and
I mean, we the Zillers are definitely planning on taking the fight to Zarafa.
We might also have an inn there.
okay.
You know.
Yeah. See, the thing is look, I might be part of a court, but there's like 20 of us in like one office. So it's, and like not all of us are at the office at the same time, and we share desks. So it's just like we can't really deal with Zarafa. So if you guys do it,
Don't
Good.
worry.
Wait. You're talking. You're second. Go ahead.
if you guys do it, great. But we're if you guys manage to deal with Zarafa, awesome. We're probably gonna try to fight them via the court. 'Cause we've got one hell of a crack shot lawyer. Yeah, actually, I should one hell of a crack lawyer. No, that sounds bad. Both ways sounds bad. She's pretty good.
I tell you
If
what.
you're in need of a crack shot, I know a gal. She just like shrugs her shoulder with the rifle slung from it.
You might hear from me later on that. But did you guys want to check out any other properties down here? Because I might also have a house. And I'd seen come up. If you guys are interested in maybe a house.
I mean, I don't mind looking. It's up to you all.
Yeah, we can look.
All right.
Would you say that this is any of?
What?
Go ahead.
Oh no, Lycris, your mic died.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. We can hear you.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're breaking in and out a bit.
Signal check.
Well,
I think that was a disconnect/reconnect.
yeah.
Maybe?
Hello.
Is that better?
Hi.
That was better. That was understandable.
No, I was just saying to Kirby.
Oh, you were roboting
He's got
hard.
Cyber Psycho.
Oh no. It's
Oh no.
Yeah, my connection is like
break for tech difficulty.
The Discord.
Yeah,
Discord
you know
thing
what?
by the sound of it.
We'll take a quick break here while you guys are on your way to
Yeah.
the next property. So yeah,
I-
we'll be right back, chat.